Asked me this same by revenge, but now I get along better with your friend. That nigga Drake was snapping. Let's get it. Okay. Alright. Welcome. You good, bro?
Right. We start over again. From the top.
Welcome to the Guru House second show. This show is called PC Club.
PC.
The reason why we have this show, the reason why we wanted to initiate this new segment is because of something that I've been feeling that's been on my spirit for a while now. And I've been feeling like music has been becoming less and less participatory. Like, we don't participate in the listening experiencing anymore, right? So it used to be that we'd have to go out, physically buy an album, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not even complaining about that. That's cool. Like, you know, we don't always have to buy a physical album.
Right.
My problem is we don't even illegally download this shit no more. You know what I mean? So
just all streams.
Everything is so passive and it comes directly to us with such ease. And it's taken away from the tangibility, the tangible experience of listening to music, in my opinion, right? And studies show, this is not just me, talking on my butt. You know what I mean? I'm not talking on my ass right now. It's studies that show that when people get something without any physical labor, people receive something without doing any labor or any effort, they don't value it as much. You know what I mean? So I felt like it's time we brought physical copies back and we put away the streams and get back to holding the album, looking at the booklet, looking at the back of the album to see the album track
and sitting with it for a little bit, man.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because let's experience life some more. You know what I mean?
More life.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So before we get into this, bro, how's your weekend,
Bruh, my weekend was alright. As you know, we hoop. On Saturday, we got some buckets. You know what I mean?
For some of y'all that don't know this, Steve a real hooper. He really does this.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Allegedly.
He really get buckets. I, on the other hand, don't get buckets.
He used to.
Once upon a time, there was a multiverse where I used to get a bucket. Now I come home, I get bruises on my hip like I'm 60 years old.
Yeah.
And I get calluses on my feet. And I don't know who I am anymore.
Bro, it's cause back in the day you used to do cardio, bro. He got old. All he want to do is bench press, and you got to keep up now, especially because we 30. You got to run.
I do.
Got to run, bro.
You're right. I spoke to my doctor. He said, I, as a Jamaican, I do need to work on cardio because,
as a Jamaican, that's like a. He specified that, bro.
No, he didn't say the Jamaican part. We done had a problem
right.
with the Jamaican part.
Like,
he just said I need to work on my.
What do you mean by that?
He said that I gotta work on my cardio.
Nah, that's real.
I'm gonna take that to heart. But yeah, I'm washed. Wash Central, Wash City, but it's alright. The weekend was cool. Absol dropped the album.
Yes, sir. Herbert.
He dropped the album.
Herbert.
Man. What you think about that?
I think. Well, I didn't even get all the way through it. I listened to it on opening day. I got maybe like halfway through it. I was listening to it on my way to work. It was solid. The production, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I feel like that's a thing for TDE. Like, their production is always like top tier, but
they have to. That's the standard for TDE.
Yeah.
Respect.
It's crazy because Absol used to be one of our guys back then, like back in college, and I feel like he took a hiatus, but he came back. I'm liking it. I gotta continue to listen to it a little bit more.
I do need to
see where I'm at with it,
but that's industry standard for any talking head podcast that's about music. We have to listen to the music. That's what they all say. We gotta sit with it. But I really do gotta sit with it. My problem is I got two big issues, two gripes with that album, bro.
Okay.
The album cover. Shit whack, bro.
Yo,
and
you're super critical of album covers, bro.
Very critical.
Super critical.
I feel like, in my professional opinion, as a expert in this field, quote unquote, the overall landscape, the industry has gotten lazy.
Yeah.
They feel like, we only need a 5x5 picture that's 200 megapixel resolution for your phone on Apple Music or Spotify. Nobody's really gonna see the details in that, so put whatever on there, bro. We just gotta get this shit out. Wrong. need to put effort in the album cover, bro.
We checking for it,
we
boy.
Looking, man. And I'm not
looking.
I'm not giving more passes. I'm gonna shame y'all until y'all do better.
Yeah,
because like it's a shame.
I think you hypercritical too because, like you said, you an artist, bro. Like
I am.
You went to school for this. Like my nigga is in school debt right now because of art. So I see why this is like super important, bro.
I mean, come on, bro. Yeah. Like we not jacking that no more. And honestly, it was to harken back. Yes, I said harken. To harken back to the overall theme of PC Club when we had physical copies back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Holding the album in your hand, you would see the album cover and experience it in a certain way. You would actually, before you even bought the shit, you would look at it on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
You see it, like, oh, what's this? Oh, that's that. You know what I mean? Oh,
that's that. Yo, and that's funny that you say that because back when like Apple Music first came out, like when the stream started getting popping off, I used to go through every Friday was like release day. Everybody used to release on Friday. Sometimes I used to go and just go through looking at albums. I'm like, all right, by that artwork I can see. If I like the artwork, I'm gonna click on it and listen to it. Yeah. But now, like you saying, people are like this lackluster with the album covers. Like niggas don't really care no more.
Exactly.
So it's hard to like get something off face value now.
Right.
Especially if you know the artist. Like I'm not gonna hold you. If I didn't know who Ab-Soul was, if I was scrolling through and saw that artwork, I probably wouldn't have been like clicked on that joint and see what's up.
Exactly.
But I know Soul and I rock with Soul, so I'm like, all right, let me give it some try.
Exactly. So that's my first gripe. My second gripe is his rollout. And now I know you feel me. So I understand, and he mentioned it in one of the songs on the album. He's been battling depression for a couple years, so that could have been the main reason why we haven't seen or heard of Ab-Soul in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, the rollout that I'm seeing that I saw for this album did not reflect TDE standards. Okay, so what we're used to from TDE is high bar, high gloss, not high gloss, but high bar, high industry professional standard. And something that looks like it had either a lot of effort or a lot of money behind it. Okay, this rollout, I feel like it had neither of that. No disrespect to the homie Ab-Soul. Shout out to Ab-Soul, we love you. But this rollout felt like it was a series of compromises made to fit things that people didn't want to do. Right? Either Ab-Soul didn't really feel like doing this rollout specifically, or the machine behind them, TDE or whatever behind them, felt like we're not putting this much money behind the rollout. And another theory behind that is because SZA dropped a week later.
She did.
Yeah,
she did.
Wait, what week before? I think it was
before.
It was week before.
But I feel like she didn't really have a crazy rollout either.
Well, I don't. From what I was seeing from SZA, her rollout looked more polished. It looked more.
But what did she do? I ain't see her.
She did a couple interviews.
She did a late night show too. I think I saw that on my YouTube feed. She did a performance.
She did some things, man. And her string of movement around the rollout circuit felt more intentional. It felt more professional, and it felt more creative because TDE sets the standard. They set a bar. They've set a bar for many years, so we're gonna expect that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, too, because I was watching going back to Ab-Soul's rollout. I think he was on the Joe Budden podcast. He was talking about how like this was his first time like doing this. He's so used to being like an underground artist that this is his first like. He wanted to be him. That's like his word. So I feel like he might not have been, because I can't remember him ever doing like a crazy rollout before. So I don't even know if it's something that he's been super comfortable with or even familiar with. So
that adds to it. You're right.
I just think that I get your gripe. I think the only thing that I wish that he could have done differently was to like he could have started sooner. I feel like all his promo stuff came like a week and a half before. Yeah. It's just like we went from hearing nothing about him to podcasts, interviews, freestyles, boom, 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 a week before, and it's like, oh snap, where my nigga Soul been at? Right. And then it's just album.
That makes a good point. You're right, because there was so little of Ab-Soul for so long.
Yeah,
you can't just spring it on it. You know, this is not really a Beyonce type
rollout. You can just pop up and be like,
yeah, I mean,
can't do that.
Can't really do that for as an Ab-Soul type artist. Unfortunately, the game is the game. We don't make the rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get you.
But I think another thing is, bro, I think it's hard now because, like you was kind of alluded to. I said alluded. Yeah, I'm working on my vocab too. Earlier, it's so oversaturated now. So much music coming out. Maybe he just thought that if he just hit them back to back real quick, that it would be maybe if he spaced it out, maybe it would have fell off. It would have lost like the steam by the time the album got here, because it's so much stuff being thrown at us from a bunch of different artists.
That's true.
So I don't know what the thought process was, but
okay,
maybe it could have been calculated. You know, they smart over there.
They resourceful over there. They smart over there. I respect that team and everything. I, on the other hand, would have liked. I feel like what would have been more impactful was if he would have came back loud. If he came back with an absolute banger.
You got that one, John?
He does have a track on there that I feel like is
Fuck On My Face, that one?
But yeah, I think Fuck On My Face is solid. It's a really solid track. But I'm talking visuals paired with audio banger. Like, don't release just a song, but you come back. You're the first thing that us as the consumer get from this hiatus is a crazy cool music video and a crazy cool song.
Did you see the video for that, John?
It was alright.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
it was cool. It was interesting. It showed it reflected that TDE polish that I was talking about. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool without what was missing. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was creative, a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
There's new standards, unfortunately. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but you know, when you got Kendrick Lamar dropping artistic music videos,
is that fair to Soul though?
And yo, listen, for me,
is that fair, bro?
When 2014, from 2012 to 2014, lyrically, mechanically, I always revered Ab Soul's ability closely to Kendrick. Not better than Kendrick, but very close to Kendrick. You know what I mean? And his art and his
he can rap
music,
for sure. Rap.
His music was really good to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I just hold, when you're on the same team, like, you got to be competitive, man. You gotta, he's gonna put you next to him. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It might not be fair.
Yeah, but they got I get you, but they got different visions, bro.
They do.
I don't like. Granted, rap wise, they might be, but creatively, I don't know. I don't know, because even like historically speaking, do you ever remember like a fire Absol video? Like, the music is good, but do you remember a video was like, yo, that Soul video was yo?
You're right, but he can't see.
He
can't see. That's the crazy you forgot. He can't see. My bad.
I wasn't ready for that, bro. You got warned. You got
my bad.
You gotta pop off a disclaimer or something coming.
Crazy. I forgot you can't see.
So I'm about to start. We about to just put it right there before you go crazy, dog.
Man, I still love you though. My bad. Scratch all that, dog. You don't gotta do shit.
Nah, you good, bro. You still rap. You still rap good, and that's it.
Yeah,
still rap good.
Well, speaking of albums, so the point of this whole show, PC Club, which stands for Physical Copy Club, is we're going to highlight. Steve and I are going to highlight albums that we really like. We like so much that we would buy a physical copy of the album. We would spend our hard-earned American dollars and buy a physical copy of that album. And we would even go as far as recommend that you also buy that album.
For sure. $9.99. You got that.
So I'm gonna start.
Break it down, bro. What you got?
It's been hard for me lately, but I've been on a new twist of just enjoying music for what it is, not being hypercritical. Yeah, I mean, having fun with the music because it's music, and it could be whatever you want, whatever you need.
I respect it.
But one album that stood out, you know, separated itself from the pack, is The Forever Story by JID or JID, whatever you prefer.
One of Dreamville's finest, bro.
Yes, sir.
That boy nice.
That man is great with the words, the wordplay, with the composition, man. This album, all right, I'm gonna start from the top.
Yeah, what drew you to it, bro?
What drew me to it, first and foremost, overall, it's a story. It's an interpersonal, it's an introspective story, and anybody can follow a story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
He got really personal.
He got very personal, very, very vulnerable in this album. But it didn't make him sound like a pussy. It did make him sound soft. You know what I mean? And he went to great lengths to convey that. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And it didn't come off as, the way he conveyed it didn't come off as he's trying to overcompensate for anything.
So what drew me to this album, what made me think, hey, I would buy this album, is that overall it's a phenomenal story laced with very, very vulnerable records that shares a part of JID that, of course, we don't really get to see a lot. Right. We might have. I've never. This is my first time being a true JID fan, JID fan. I always heard him different random records from here and there, from Dreamville, from features, but I never delved deep into his discography. Yeah. So this was what I needed, because I've been listening to a lot of. Prior to this, it's all contextual. Art is contextual based on your experiences. Your experiences, how you experience art is based on other things that you experience. So I've been listening to a lot of other albums or other projects that were just people rapping or people singing without any cohesiveness. You know what I mean? Without any connection. And the tight connection to the tight themes that you put together in the story, and this project Forever Story was so good to me that I'm like, yo, I could sit with this for a while.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel that.
I could see it while I'm listening to it. So that's something that I really value when I'm listening to a project.
Artistry was amazing for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I never really jumped into a project either. Yeah. This was my first full project. I heard like a couple songs, like you said, features. Saw the one joint he did on Colors that really kind of drew me to him.
Yeah.
And then this project I jumped into, I was like, yo, he really alright.
Yeah, he nice.
He really, and I didn't know he could sing a little bit too. I was like, yo, he's solid.
Yeah.
So I jumped into it too. I feel you.
Yeah. So to dig deeper, to nerd out a little bit, I don't want to sound like Anthony Fantano.
Bro, turn up, bro.
But
it's music, bro.
So from the top level, the great story, good vulnerability, but to get a little granular, like, the album cover is decent. I like it. You know what I mean? I wish that this is one of the reasons why I wish we can blow up the covers on our phones, or we had physical copies, because he has like 20 people on his cover, and some of them is like multiple different versions of him, I believe.
Okay.
And it's very artistic in my opinion. So I would like that to have been a bigger part of my composition, my mental composition of this album.
Okay. So
then,
my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so then start from there. That's great, right? So moving into the tracks, there's 3 tracks that I really love from this album, right? So
I was just about to ask you that. Like, with 3, for a person who never listened to JID, what 3 of those tracks with them?
3 of my favorite is Brother Them.
That's my favorite one.
Really good interpersonal piece with a fantastic verse from Dirk. Dirk went off, blinged off one.
Bro, I didn't know he had it in him.
Bro.
Like, listening to it, if you didn't see the track list that said featuring Lil Durk, you would never expect Lil Durk to be on something like that.
Real rap.
Then when he came on a song, I'm like,
yeah, that's Durky. Lil Durky was going off.
Yeah. I almost became a Durk fan.
Yeah, and he was in the pocket too. He was matching that pocket that JID set in the first verse, and he was giving you his own taste and keeping up with him in that way, which I really value. So that's a great. I love that record. I also love Can't Make You Change. That's with Ari Lennox. That I really like that because of the. It breaks up the album, right? It splits the album in half for me, from heavy bars, heavy lyrics to R&B, melodic musicality, and that is the track that it has most of that.
Can't make you change. She said, did she start taking that joint up? She was snapping. Yo, she was snapping. She
started blinging off too on that track.
I like that joint.
And my last favorite record off the project is Stars, which is a really spacey record with amazing second half featuring Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def, if you don't know. What a fantastic verse. But Mos Def doesn't even have my favorite verse on there.
on the project or
on that track,
okay,
Stars.
okay.
JID has my favorite verse on there, and he was going off because I think it's personal. But what he say on that track? He said, "Baby girl, have faith in a nigga without a job, but let a nigga stay at your place. Play for your friends when I drop mixtape. Both of us will win if I get a big break. Broke nigga dick, baby, had a long day. Trying to get rich by a dose. Ain't gonna buy on a baby, just be honest. Don't be trying to play me, I'm an artist, baby, I'm an artist, baby, I'm an artist."
That boy started running out of breath.
I can't read, bro. And that's why I was asked on the basketball court, because I don't got cardio, I don't got no lungs.
No win, bro. It's that rice.
He blinged off on this record, man, and I really enjoyed it. And honestly, like I said, it's personal because the verse goes, "Baby girl, have faith in a nigga without a job and let a nigga stay at your place." I'm not a broke nigga, but
we used to be. We used to be.
Goes into say, "Baby, I'm an artist." Yeah, you know what I mean, have faith. Baby, I'm an artist.
You got both of those.
Rich, you know what I'm saying?
You got art and faith, bro.
What artist cannot feel those lyrics, bro?
That's a rap.
Trying to make it, trying to get rich. Stay with me, stay down for a little bit, bro. Stay down with baby.
It's gonna work out.
We both gonna get rich. You know what I mean?
All I got is $1 in the tree. Yo, that's facts. Yo, I'm surprised, bro. I knew you was gonna say Brother Them, because that's one of my favorite Jones. I didn't know he was gonna say Can't Make You Change or Stars, actually. But one of my sleeper Jones is System Them, bro.
System is good too.
That's one of my favorite Jones because
story.
The production, yes, the story is crazy, and I think I loved it even more. I already liked it, but he went on the Breakfast Club for an interview, right? He was explaining like the story behind System Them. Apparently, like how he had a falling out with his Rose, like his sister, because she don't really rock with the music industry and what it entails and what it stands for, and that kind of like put a rift in their relationship. So when I went back and listened to it, I'm like, yo, he was really putting his heart into the drum. But the beauty in it is that the way he tells the story and the way he does it is crazy. Cause like I never we artists, but in order to like have a feeling about something and to deliver that in that way is crazy.
That's facts. Yeah, man. He conveyed, like you said, the way.
Put it out there.
It's one thing to feel something, but it's another thing to be able to
intellectually
paint it.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's a real talent, man. It shows his skill too. Yeah, I mean,
thanks.
The proof is in the pudding, bro. He's from J. Cole's camp. You know what I'm saying? He's from that cloth. So you gotta respect it.
Gotta respect greatness.
So yeah, those are my top 3 records off the album. And just to dig a little bit deeper, production, right? It was a symphony of sounds. Yes, I said symphony.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was some funk, it was some space, it was some, some traditional beats that we as consumers know and we love. But he took liberties. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this was the first time in his music career where he felt like he had the leeway to do whatever he wanted and make the project that he wanted. Didn't have to compromise with anything. Bro, he had a record rapping from outer space, and then Mos Def jumps on the end. Bro, right. That's like shit that only like
you can't predict that.
Frank Ocean does. Yeah, I mean,
shout out to that boy Frank.
Where are you, Frank? Come outside,
at,
bro.
We waiting on you, man.
We miss you, bro. Come outside, please. Frank, please.
He another one who be drawing.
Frank.
Calling Frank Ocean. Please. Come outside.
But yeah, he took liberties, man, and I really, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't scared, and not only did he take liberties, but it sounded good. Yeah, I mean, you could take liberties, but it's gonna sound good. Yeah, you could try some shit, but it could sound like ass.
It can airball. You can miss everything for sure.
It could really sound like ass, but the production was great, and it was so different from what is in the current market. Yeah, I mean, there's a sound out there. I can't even really name the sound, but you know the sound.
You know the sound when you hear everybody got the same 808s, like auto tune singing.
There's a popular sound out there right now that a lot of people are using, because it's popular.
And I will say, I don't want to, like, the production, everything was amazing, but I don't want to look over his lyricism on this, bro. I don't want to overlook that. That boy be rapping, and I feel like he got like kind of pockets that we rarely hear.
Yeah.
Even though I be trying to, sometimes I pull up the lyrics to try to rap along.
It's hard.
I'm like, bro, when do he breathe?
Yeah, that's
when do he breathe? I'm like, yo, no. His breath control is amazing.
Facts.
His cadences are just, I don't know, bro. He nice.
That's real.
He nice.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, it's funny because that's also one of the only gripes I have with the album. One of the only issues I have, just from
with him,
from on the album.
Okay.
And sometimes with him too, but just from a 30,000-foot view, because I want the best for him. I know that I'm not the everyday consumer of music. This is my thing. I like this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I can see how for the everyday person or for a good chunk of the population, even if they are music enthusiasts, it's probably hard to listen to this much lyrics, this density of lyrics, this amount of lyrics or lyrical records back to back and not feel somewhat exhausted. You know what I mean? For those of you that feel that way, I would recommend detaching or just spacing out a little bit when you listen to the album and just allowing yourself to feel the overall frequency and not just the lyrics. You know what I mean?
So, all right. So let me play devil's advocate here, right? So if you JID and you a lyricist, like this is what you are. This is how you make your art. This is how you make your livelihood. Would you condense that just for whatever? I feel like everyone in Dreamville, they have a niche crowd.
They have their thing,
right?
Yeah.
If you an avid Dreamville listener, you expecting bars and great production.
That's true.
You're not really expecting the traditional sound like you were just talking about.
That's
so
true.
I do get what you're saying, because I'm not gonna lie, with JID, with the Forever Story, I'm good until like halfway through, and then it is kind of like you kind of get lost in it. But I'm not. Before, I didn't go into it as a JID fan.
Yeah.
So if I went into it as a JID fan, maybe that's what you expect to hear. But as
a fresh ears.
Yeah, I was like, oh, halfway through it, like after like, I think my 3 favorite songs back to back. I think it's Cody Blue or something like that.
That's a good
like
genre.
Swing on. That's my genre.
Yeah.
And then Brother and Them System Them. Those are my 3 favorite. And then after that, I think it's like Can't Make You Change. Then it kind of loses me in that after a while.
It does.
So I don't know.
No, I feel you.
And I also think, if I'm not mistaken, that was a longer project. It wasn't like the normal.
Oh, it was definitely longer.
Yeah, like, some things that we be having now be like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like
this
quick
little. This was at least 33 to 40 minutes long.
Okay, which isn't even long when you think about it.
That's
really
grand
crazy.
Scheme of things.
That's really crazy.
And that's the thing we need to talk about.
That's less than an episode of something.
That's why we need to bring back physical copies, because we're in this microwave era. Our brain cells are fried, and we're so used to short form music, short form videos that we can't even tolerate 30 minutes of quality music.
Man, I'm going to agree to disagree.
Go ahead, King.
Because, right, once you find your people, you going to do it. You going to listen, bro.
Of course.
You going to listen.
That's true.
I know niggas who are avid Chris Brown fans. He put out a 45 song, John, 3-hour project. Niggas is listening to all 45 of them songs.
That's true.
Like, once you got a crowd, once you got a fan base, they gonna rock with it.
Yeah.
But to the general consumer, we like, I don't know, cause I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just wanna, so this is my process, right?
Yeah.
When I hear, like, especially new stuff, like this was a new project for me. It's kind of a newer artist for me. Like, I hear the features, but this is my first time listening to a full project. So I listened to it in totality maybe like a couple times, right?
Yeah.
And if all of it is not a banger to me, I just go back to the ones that stick out.
Yeah.
So like, I can, for example, for the JID John, I listen to like those 3 songs that I mentioned, Cody Blue, Brother Them System Them. I listen to them like multiple times a week. Yeah. But in the full totality of the project, I haven't really listened to that since like a couple weeks after it dropped.
That's valid. No, that's real.
I don't know. It's all about what you like.
It is what. No, you make a great point. That's real. You know, I mean, we can't reverse time. We can't reverse time, obviously, but I'm gonna fight that shit.
We're gonna fight time.
I'm gonna fight that.
By the time I catch his hand,
with each physical copy that I tell y'all to buy, I'm fighting that.
Go get it. And we pressing y'all. We gonna make sure y'all go buy it. We gonna listen. We gonna look at all the niggas who viewed this.
Yeah.
Everybody who leave a comment.
Yeah, put a comment.
We pressing y'all IGs.
Exactly.
Did
put
you
a
buy
comment
it?
Below.
I'm gonna just put
if you gonna buy.
Putting question marks in their DMs. 3 question marks. Did you buy it?
With eyes, with the 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a great project, bro. It's something that I would revisit. Yeah, I mean, period. When if it's an album that you're gonna buy, or if it's an album that I'm gonna recommend people to buy, it's an album with high replayability that you can jump into, sit with, and you will revisit next year. You might look, and you know, when you see it physically in your space, it's gonna remind you like, hey, listen to me. Put me on. Put me in a CD player. Put me in your PS4, your PS5 if you got money. You know?
Alright, bet. Let's do this then. We're gonna rank it. We're going 3 categories. We're gonna rank it 5 stars each. The 3 categories being lyricism, production, and replayability. So, lyricism. Out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
Lyricism, how important it is to me?
No, for the project.
Oh,
for the Forever Story.
Lyricism, easily 4. I'm only 5. Not giving it a 5 because I can see how it felt dense at times and a little bit exhausting, like labor sometimes.
Okay.
Production 5 because
respect.
It's what hooked me. And what was the last topic?
Replayability.
I would give that a 4 as well because it's dense.
And replayability, we talking about the entire project.
That's why I say
4. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I respect it.
Yeah.
I was seeing where you were going for that replayability.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So that's the Forever Story. JID JID. Thank you for putting that out. Please stop playing. Make some CDs. Burn some CDs right now. Put them on Amazon. Put them on eBay, bro. I look. They're not available. You only have. I think you only have the album available. The album record available.
I rock with vinyls too.
I rock with vinyls.
I got a record player.
They're just not practical. You know what I mean? You can't just bust out a vinyl from time to time.
When you busting out a CD?
Anytime,
in
bro.
In a car, bro.
You could put a CD in your PS4 or your DVD player. But setting up your record player is a task. You know what I mean? You come home after work, you're tired, you want to bust out the record player.
It'll just look more. It just look way more cool. Beautiful, man. You just have
it gets you compliments.
Whole thing just spinning. You see the artwork just spinning.
When people see it in your room, they know you're a music guy.
Right? They know you live this life. They know you live this life.
They know you're into music and stuff. But yeah, that's the Forever Story, man. Go cop that. Go listen to that.
Grab that.
Go experience it.
In stores now.
Exactly. All right, now Steve.
Yes.
What album? Have you been listening to?
Hands down, more Black Superheroes, WestSide Boogie, bro. Fire. Since I ain't trying to pole jock and nothing, bro. Since I was first put on the WestSide Boogie, he has low key been in my top 3 favorite artists.
Nice.
Like Everything's for Sale, his last album. Go get that if you don't got it.
I
think it came out in 2019, maybe.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah, that was my album of the year. And more Black Superheroes, I just feel like he just picked up where he left off, bro. Let me tell you why. So me, I'm kind of like I would say musically, I'm kind of a different listener. Like the stuff that hits me the most is like stuff I can relate to, stuff I sit with and like really like can feel in my own life. So I think the reason why WestSide Boogie is like such a special artist to me is because like he says things that either I can relate to, I'm going through, or like I want to say but don't really know how to articulate it at times. So when I'm hearing stuff that he going through, I'm like, yo, he going through the same stuff and he put it in a way that's so amazing. And me personally being an artist, I think it's inspiring because I'm trying to like figure out how to kind of do the same thing. But more Black Superheroes, bro, I think front to back, I don't even think it was no skips on that drum, bro. That's just me. You can agree to disagree if you want to, but that's just me. Okay. And before I get into like the gist of it, I think the beauty in WestSide Boogie projects are the duration. So he gives you like a solid 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, digestible.
But it's a I was about to say a wild word. It's a bulky. It's a bulky 25 minutes, bro. I don't care. You can pause it if you want to, but we talking music. If you think anything else, then this not the pot for you, bro.
That's true.
We talking?
Go ahead, King.
Nah, that was wild. All right, but it's
I know what you're trying to say.
It's like a full 25 minutes because I feel like every song kind of goes into. It's like a story. Every song kind of flows into the next one. Some songs is like 2 parts, so you might get a banger. I actually hate that sometimes though. 2-part songs. Yeah, when it's overdone. Because one part is always
better,
way better than the other, and you have to like. You can't like replay. You gotta like keep on starting it or going through it. But yes, I would say my favorite 3 songs. Kind of hard to pick 3. I would say Stuck. I would say Can't Even Lie. Shout out my boy Big Draco, Soulja Boy.
Draco had a crazy verse on there.
Big Draco went crazy.
He was on a beam.
Okay. So this last one kind of hard because there's so many good Jones I like. But I would probably say Prideful. Prideful. But you get into But so he just made a deluxe version. It's kind of like a leaner into another topic going down. We're gonna touch on it, but if we talking about the deluxe version, then I'm gonna have to replace Prideful and I'm gonna have to put Float in there because Float is amazing.
That's good.
But yes, lyrical ability bar none. Niggas is not really out rapping Boogie like that. And the thing I like about Boogie, he got different sides. Like he got a chill side. He gonna sing you. He got that distinct voice that's going. It's not like he can sing, but it just hits you. So it just hits you. It's sonically pleasing.
And it's so good that you don't even mind that he has a lisp.
yeah. Sometimes you don't even.
You don't even mind, man. Like, it's crazy.
It's still hitting.
Yeah. And I saw his Tiny Desk
fire
earlier today. Great. But I couldn't help but think.
I
couldn't help but think, bro. I couldn't help but think. And Bug. Right. I love you. I went to your concert. We went to your concert. We love you, bro. We support you. We support you financially, bro. Right with us. But I will say, in that Tiny Desk concert, I was like, damn, he can't even get his teeth fixed.
Yo,
he can't,
bro, because you go there,
because that's now a part of your sound. That's now a part of your instrument.
It's like Anthony Davis with the brow. You just a part of you now.
That's your brand.
But so bro, I don't think niggas is thinking about that, bro.
I'm sorry, my brain different. So I think
he's just thinking about the lisp, like
all love though.
So he's not gonna be the same without the lisp.
No, you can be unrecognizable without that.
That is wild.
You got to keep it, just like Michael Strahan with his teeth, and just
J. Cole with a crooked smile. Yeah, I mean, he made it cool.
Exactly. So,
cool. Damn, we should never got braces, bro. Nah, I had to yuck.
We're not rappers. We're not rappers or singers, so we don't need nothing distinctive.
Yeah, nah, that's facts.
But yeah, my bad for cutting you off.
Nah, you straight, bro. But yes, the lyrical ability, the production is always amazing. I like he got a lot of like down tempo like feel stuff, but he got a couple bands. He got his Ratchet Bug Sorry hit you with it, Can't Even Lie. He hit you with a and it just be fun. So I don't know, I feel like I haven't put that album down. Even you know how every year they do the little Apple Music wrap up. My most played joint of the year, bro.
Yeah, man. I feel it because
can't put it down, bro.
I absolutely loved Everything for Sale. That was one of my favorite albums of that year.
That might be one of my favorite albums of all time.
It was a classic album for me, like a project from him. And that's how I got introduced to WestSide Boogie. So the bar was set high. So and the fact that he can follow up with that with this project and it still be just as high, just as good, it shows you his cloth, his caliber of artistry. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Yes, it's not as high to me as Everything for Sale, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, and I don't want to really I think that's where we mess up too. It's like especially as artists, because comparing stuff, we in a different. Each piece is a different place in your life.
Different place.
But that's also a thing about when you set the bar that high. That's just what you got to deal with. You got to deal with niggas holding you up to that caliber.
Exactly.
But it's amazing. It's amazing in itself. I wouldn't put the classic tag on it as I would Everything's for Sale. I don't think I'll put the classic tag on it. But I would say And the replay value was amazing. I will always go back to some of that. The just the concepts. I like Boogie a lot because he's different. Like he's a WestSide nigga. You feel blood from Compton or Bompton. I don't want to disrespect nobody hood. He from wherever, whichever letter you lead that with, he from there. But he's so vulnerable on every song. He speaks about like his traumas. He speaks about his relationship issues, family stuff. He speaks about everything that's really personal to him, and that's what makes him special to me because he's not just rapping about, he got substance, bro.
Exactly.
And that's what I feel. That's what I resonate with because niggas is old now. Like I like having fun with my music every once in a while, but I need something to listen to. I need something that I can like sit with.
Latch on to.
Yeah.
That's real.
But that's a good job.
Like you said, like he's different, right? Usually, what we're used to from this type of artist, you're from that era, you're from that part of the nation, the part of California. We're expecting no vulnerability.
Facts.
We're expecting hard body lyrics, of course. We're expecting we're expecting walls, machismo, whatever how you describe it. Machismo.
Bro, you be pulling out words. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah, I was good at English. We're expecting all that, but he gives you the opposite. And that stark contrast is really, really pleasing to someone that listens to a lot of music like you and I. You know what I mean? Because we're used to one thing, and you give us something else that we weren't expecting. And it's good. We're like, give us more. You know what I'm saying?
And he don't give it to us in a boring way. Like, I'm not even compared to an artist. I don't want to disrespect nobody. But most times, sometimes the traditional conscious rapper, right? It may not always be given to us in a way that we want to hear. Like the topics might be great, the concepts might be great. What you saying is probably positive, super influential, super, whatever. But if it don't bang, I'm not listening to. I don't want to hear what you got to say if it don't bang.
It has to bang.
Yeah. So Boogie giving us, stuff we should listen to, but he giving it in a good way. Like even going back to Everything's for Sale, that Self-Destruction song was about serious shit, bro. But it just bangs so hard, you don't even realize that you rapping what you're rapping about because it's crazy. So
man.
Shout out to Boog for being able to do that. It's really inspiring. It's really refreshing to have like that kind of take because I don't know. I like it. I like it. It's like new school sound. Yeah. But it's something that I can sit with and listen to and rock with.
For sure.
Shout out that boy Boogie. Go get that, man.
Go get that out, man.
If you don't have it, you're doing yourself a disservice. And add it to your collection.
If it's not for sale, do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna illegally download it, burn it. Actually, I'm gonna pay for it on iTunes because I'm a legal citizen. And then I'm gonna burn it to a CD and make my own CD. Print out the cover. Make my own album list, put it on the back, make my own booklet, and make it and print it.
Niggas need to get back to the booklets, bro. The booklets
That's the main thing, bro. That's the main
booklets,
thing.
bro. They used to have
that was an experience.
Pictures on the John. Some of them, my favorite booklets had each page was a track, and they had the lyrics on there. Bro, I used to be just holding the book, just rapping along with my boombox, man.
Real rap.
We need to get back to that, man.
And that's why we're here.
Put the damn phones down,
Put the streams down.
Old, bro. We sound washed right now.
I don't care. They can't beat me. So put that. Well, I hope you guys got a lot of information today. I hope you guys got inspired to go check out these albums. Go buy the physical version of these albums. Get the vinyls, get the CDs, what have you.
I got $10.
If you don't have that, just illegally download it. JK, don't do nothing illegal. We don't want no allegations. Go buy it on iTunes, burn the CD, put it into a CD holder, print out the album cover, make it your own, bro. Participate in this music thing, man, because I promise you, it's a more rewarding experience when you work for your art, where you work for the art. You know what I'm saying?
Pay for it.
PC Club. PC Club stands for Physical Copy. We are the Physical Copy Boys.
PC, but we still macking.
You can find us on all streaming platforms. Go follow Guru House Sound on Instagram. You can find us there. We have new episodes every week. Do content every other day. That might be a tall order, but we're gonna try to get that.
You gotta rate that joint, like, remember how on Disney Channel they used to do the joint?
Yeah.
You gotta take the joint and do the eyes. Fire.
Yeah. Like I said, find us on those streaming platforms. New episodes every day. Not every day. New episodes every week.
I was about to say, you tweaking, bro. Niggas got a job.
New episodes every week. New shows every week.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's been a good John, man. We'll be back. Find us, and it's been a good one.
Yes, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe
Down below.
Yes, and we'll see y'all soon.
All right, peace.